Good day, everyone, especially to our instructor. Good day, ma'am. I'm Emerson Orodimio, the first discussant of Chapter 10. So, our topic is about the key areas of organizational training. So, before I'm going to proceed, those areas, at the end of this chapter, the learner will be able to distinguish the two levels of orientation training in the organization. Second, understand the diversity training. Third, solve sexual harassment problems with training. Fourth, recognize team training as an important tool in meeting the ongoing needs of the enterprise for trade workers. Fifth, identify two parallel approaches in a cross-cultural training. And lastly, differentiate other type of training in the organization. And now, I will going to tackle about the orientation training. This is the procedure for providing new employees with basic background information about the firm, its culture, and the job. It involves starting the employee in the right direction. It is similar to know what socialists call socialization. So socialization refers to a new employee learning the norms, values, goals, work procedure, and patterns and behavior that are expected by the organization. So meaning, the employee would be to know the background information about the firm, its culture, and the job. Also, oriented oriented the norms, values, goals, work procedures, and patterns of the behavior that are expected by the organization. For some companies, orientation involves familiarizing new employees with the company's cherished goals and values, thus beginning the process of synthesizing the employees and company's goals, one big step toward winning and building commitment to the firm. Proper orientation can also help the employees get up to speed much more quickly, thereby reducing the cost associated with learning the job. Orientation can also help reduce anxiety. Any employee, when put into a new strange situation, will experience anxiety that can impede his ability to. Orientation training should be conducted at two levels. So, what are those levels? First, organizational overview orientation and departmental and job specific orientation. So, what is organizational overview orientation? Here, topics discussed include overview of the company, key policies and procedure, compensation, benefits, safety, and accident prevention. Employees and union relation if there is any physical facilities and the like. Second is department and job specific orientation. Here topics are about the department function and the duties and responsibilities of the newly hired employee, their policies, procedures, rules and regulation, tour of the department, and introduction to department employee. The HR department and the new employee is immediate supervisor or normally share responsibility for orientation. Next is diversity training. Diversity training is an ongoing process to educate employees on the proper way to treat people of different backgrounds. The main goal of a successful diversity training program is to create possible work environment. The purpose of diversity training is to increase participant cultural awareness, knowledge, and communication. Diversity training can be benefit an organizational by helping to prevent civil rights violation, increasing the inclusion of different identify groups and promoting better teamwork. The main goal of successful diversity training program is to create a positive work environment by helping employees recognize and be tolerant of difference among coworkers. So meaning, the diversity training represent the opportunity for employee to educate employees about diversity. Although diversity training cannot completely change an individual's belief, it does have the ability to increase awareness, impart knowledge, and educate employees in how to accept different among fellow employees. The important in diversity training to be successful are the following. Integrate training into organizational practices and goals. Second, adopt the specific definition for workforce diversity, affirmative action, and equal employment opportunity. Third, set up workforce diversity policies. Fourth, establish a resource library for participants to use following the training. And last, identify non-training activities that will support lessons learned from the training which. So, those are an important aspect in diversity training to be successful. Next is sexual harassment training. Sexual harassment is any unwelcome sexual advance or conduct on the job that creates an intimidating hostile or offensive working environment. Any conduct of sexual nature that make an employee uncomfortable has the potential to be sexual harassment. So given this broad definition, it is not surprising that sexual harassment comes in many forms. The following are all examples of sexual harassment. First, a supervisor implies to an employee that the employee must sleep with him to keep a job. So that is an example of sexual harassment in that particular word. Second, a sales clerk makes demeaning comments about female customer to his workers. Third, an office manager in a law firm is made uncomfortable by lawyers who regularly tell sexual explicit jokes. Fourth, a cashier at a store punches or fondles a co-worker against her will. A secretary co-workers belittle her and refer to her by exist or demeaning terms. And six, several employees post sexual implicit jokes on an office intranet bulletin board. And lastly, an employee sends email to co-worker that contains sexual explicit language and jokers. So those are example that are happened in particular works or an organization.